Aloha, I'm Dr. Val, Kauai Psychologist, and today's topic is Footholds Become Strongholds. This is actually with reference to negative thinking and suicidal ideation. But before we talk about that, I just want to let you know that anything that you dwell on in your mind, allow your mind to go over and over and over, is going to affect your feelings and your behaviors. And so it will become a stronghold for you if you allow a lie, I say from the pit of hell, to dominate your thinking, and that if you allow your brain to dwell in that. And that will take over your reasonability and your response, which means that it may dictate some of the things that you do and some of the things that you are thinking, including suicidal ideation. Let me give you an example. These days of COVID-19, we have been exposed to amazing, unprecedented difficulties. We have all kinds of losses that are going on left and right. We have things that are canceled, things that we were counting on, looking forward to, that we're having to deal with. We have all kinds of pressures, including all the changes and restrictions that we've had to deal with. And what that produces is abnormal thinking, but under these circumstances is absolutely normal thinking, and that is we start becoming depressed and anxious. We start getting frustrated. We are sad because of all these things, and all of a sudden we find ourselves overwhelmed. Well, if we're in overwhelm, what happens is we produce these thoughts that we're helpless. There's nothing we can do to change the situation, and that is a lie from the pit of hell, and it will lead to hopelessness, which will lead eventually, if you dwell in it long enough, to I can't do anything about it, there's no hope, therefore I'm better off not being here. And that is a lie from the pit of hell. I want you here. Those people in your life that care about you want you here. So don't dwell in those thoughts. Those thoughts are thoughts that are temporary. They will not be permanent as long as you don't feed them. If you don't keep dwelling in them, then they won't dictate your next move or your next thought. Dwelling in those lies is going to lead to, most likely, helpless, hopeless, suicidal ideation. Well, if that happens to you, please realize that you're not alone. I want to validate those feelings because many, many, many people around the world are feeling the same way. I'm hearing it every day in some of my clients. It is not unusual in this very unusual situation to feel that overwhelm and start feeling helpless and hopeless. All right? So you're not alone. Remember, feelings change. Your brain was created in an electrical chemical process so that the electrical chemical changes can happen in your brain, and the things you do, the things you experience, those people in your life, the interactions that you are involved with, exercise, nutrition, health and fitness, all those things can produce changes in your brain. So it is not true that the brain is going to remain the same and you're going to feel the same all the time, forever and ever, amen. That is not true. Feelings change. That's how God created us. So what do? Well, if we start feeling those things, we connect. I know you don't want to when you're feeling that way, but you need to connect. Call a friend, call a family member, call a neighbor, and connect with a counselor. That's the next step, is connect with a counselor. And if those things don't seem to be available to you right now, then please call for help. There are so many phone numbers that are set up right now for our benefit so that we can get through this season of difficulty in COVID-19 together and move through any footholds that have become strongholds in our minds. I'm going to just give you a few of the prayer lines, first of all, for those of you who believe that prayer will be helpful for you. Someone coming alongside you in prayer. Boy, I've used that in my life. The 700 Club is an easy phone number to remember. It's 1-800-700-7000. 1-800-700-7000. And they're available 24 hours a day to pray with you. Focus on the Family has a pastoral care line. I think you leave your number and they get back with you. 1-877-233-4455. They also have a regular counselor line, and they again ask for your phone number and they get back with you. 855-771-4357. Now, I want to also offer a prayer line that's 24 hours a day from the Billy Graham Evangelical Association. Those guys are so on it. They've set up this prayer line just for COVID-19 days, and they are there 24 hours a day for you. 1-888-388-2683. Don't hesitate to call them. I just called them, and they are on it. They'll answer your call, and they will pray alongside you. It's wonderful. And if you are in crisis, please call this number, Suicide Prevention Lifeline. It's a national number, 1-800 excuse me, 273-8255. The local crisis line for Kauai is 1-800-753-6879. And there's even a text line if you would rather text, a crisis text line. The text needs to say home, or if you're from Hawaii, aloha, and the number is 741-741. That's it in a nutshell. I just want you to know that I care, and I wanted you to know that this is a normal reaction to an abnormal situation. So let's work together, and don't let those lies from the pit of hell get a foothold, and definitely not a stronghold in your life. Love you guys. Bless you.